3 fights.
Yeah.
How did it feel for you to catch that win over Jim Miller? It was a big fight.
It felt good, you know, getting the opportunity to fight somebody ranked and win felt great. I mean, when I fought Joe, he was, Joe Lozon, he was 15th. When I fought Masvidal, he was 14th. You know, came up short both times, and to finally get that win, and not only get the win, but do it in a very dominating fashion, it just feels good. And, you know, it just, I feel like everything's finally panning out the way I've envisioned it. I know from here on out it's only going to be tough fights. There's not an easy fight in the top 15 in the UFC, especially at lightweight. So, you know, I'm just ready to buckle down and challenge accepted. Let's do this.
You've been training a lot at Syndicate here and really improving, I think, since you've made the changes. How does that feel for you to have that kind of camp behind you and the teammates that support you, working all of you together on your improvement?
Well, first of all, Jiu-Jitsu is my home. Rick Little's my head coach. That'll never change. I'll never fully change camps. It's one of those things where I've got a great relationship with John with the Syndicate. You know, and it's one of those things where Rick approves. And he's somebody I listen to. I've been with him since I was just a kid, and I'm a 28-year-old man, and whatever he says, I'll do, and I won't question it. And when they were about to leave for Korea, he was like, I need to go to Syndicate and train John. And I'm like, just do it. You know, like, I love training with John. I love Syndicate, and I feel like it's just a good 2 pieces to put together. You know, and not only that, we're a small team back home. We don't have a ton of guys, a ton of bodies. We have a lot of talent, but you kind of start to figure everyone out. So it's good to go somewhere where you got fresh bodies, different sparring partners, different looks, and a phenomenal striking coach like John Wood. Everything's coming together at the perfect time.
So how's that balance work? Do you just kind of ask or say that, you know, hey, I'm a couple weeks out ahead of your fight, or 6 weeks out ahead of the fight, how does that balance work?
Well, it all started back 2014. I came down to Vegas I was here for like a week and a half. A friend of mine trained at Syndicate. He's like, hey, well, you're here. You know, let's train together. So, so we were trained at Syndicate, and John and I just kind of hit it off instantly. We just got a good connection, and it's not like he's just a coach. I consider him a good friend. And when I was getting ready for my fight with Francisco Trinaldo, I was struggling to find southpaws back home in Spokane. And I talked to John, and was just like, you know, Sam was in camp. So, you know, it's like when we're a small team, so when you got 2 guys training for 1 card, it's kind of hard to balance having Rick and getting his attention. So we're like, you know what, I'll go to Syndicate for 5 weeks. They got southpaws, and best choice I made. That was a good win for me, and same thing. I'm undefeated since spending some time at Syndicate. It's just, you know, it's good for me.
You stood on the podium after that win. You said, no, nobody else will rank opponents. That's what I want, rank opponents, and that's all I want. Where are you at in that search?
Well, I mean, first of all, the lightweight division is stacked. I don't have to tell you guys that. You already know it. You do the rankings, you know the research, you know these guys' stats. So being ranked now, why take the risk to fight somebody that's not ranked? It's pretty damn tough, you know what I mean? And then I want to be a champion. I don't care about money. I don't care about cameras and this and that. Like, I really just want to be a champion. I want to wake up one day and know what it's like to be the best in the world. Just for one day. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. So, you know, it's a backward step for me at this point if I fight a guy that doesn't got a number to the left side of his name. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So I just want to fight ranked opponents. I want to fight the best in the world. Win big or lose big, you know what I mean? I'd rather go, you know, high risk, high reward than, you know, fight a guy that's kind of a no name but tough as nails, you know what I mean? So just like I said, put my best foot forward. I want the tough fights.
Do you have a fight lined up?
I have nothing lined up. You know, I'll probably corner Joe at some point tonight and have a conversation with him, but there's a lot of lightweight matchups right now. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what shakes out and just, you know, listen to what they say, and we'll see what happens. I know Dana owes me a main event. Whether my next fight's a main event or not, at some point there will be a main event with me headlining this year.